Well, I didn't want to give anything away. Hi, and welcome to Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Jessica, and it's us today. I am thankful you guys are here. I couldn't really think of what I wanted to do today for a theme. I was thinking a lot about food. I think a lot of people are preparing to eat a bunch of food. I was thinking about pie, but I found some fun food books, and then I thought, what if we had fun with some instruments too? So we're going to read some books that have like some food and Thanksgiving stuff, and then I thought we could make a pretend pie together. So we're going to sit in a circle and do some stretch exercises, and at the end of it, we'll have a pretend pie. And then at the very end, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get to play instruments. And I have lots of different kind of instruments. So you may get a turn with several different instruments, because I'll let you guys switch in between the different verses. How does that sound? So I've got little drums and rhythm sticks and tambourines and bells and all kinds of stuff over there for you guys to pick. And since there's not very many of us, I think you guys are all going to get to have pretty much whatever you want. Don't you think? So we'll get started so we make sure we have enough time to do all the fun stuff. So let's greet each other and smile this first time around. And then we're going to clap, and then we're going to stretch, and we're going to breathe deep and do all that stuff to get our bodies ready to go. All righty. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Now I'm going to clap my hands. Hi, hello, and clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Hi, hello, and clap your hands. Clap your hands today. Now I'm going to stretch up high. Hi, hello, and stretch up high. Stretch up high. Stretch up high. Hi, hello, and stretch up high. Stretch up high today. Oh, I'm glad. Your body, you see, you're already limber. Now we're going to get our brains ready, and we're going to cross our arms. Hi, hello, and cross your arms. Cross your arms. Cross your arms. Hi, hello, and cross your arms. Cross your arms today. Now we're going to breathe in deep. It's our last thing, and then we get started. Hi, hello, and breathe in deep. Breathe in deep. Breathe in deep. Hi, hello, and breathe in deep. Breathe in deep today. Excellent. This book is one of my favorites. Do you remember, if you guys were here for Halloween, I read the book Big Pumpkin? Well, this is called Grandma Lena's Big Old Turnip, and it is the same folk tale, but just told a little differently. Do you guys know what a folk tale is?
No.
What's a folk tale?
It's a story that's like similar.
Yeah, it's a story that folks have been telling for a really long time. And sometimes the names change and sometimes the place change, but the story stays very close to the same.
The story's different, like a lady pulling a pumpkin out.
Right, but instead of pulling a pumpkin out, we're going to pull a turnip. Yeah. Grandma Lena's big old turnip.
I know what a turnip is.
You do? Yeah, it's a vegetable. The whole thing started when Grandma Lena decided to grow turnips in her backyard garden. With her reading glasses perched on her nose, all winter she studied her seed catalogs, hoping to find just the right kind to plant. Grandma chuckled at all the fancy names. There were white knights and scarlet queens, royal crown and white lady. She finally decided on a turnip called Purple Top. After all, purple was her favorite color. Is anybody going to eat turnips tomorrow? No? What are you going to eat tomorrow?
Turkey.
You're going to eat turkey?
I'm going to eat pie.
Pie? That sounds yummy.
Chocolate pie.
Ooh, I'm coming to your house. When spring arrived and the ground was soft enough for digging, Grandma Lena planted the tiny seeds. She didn't worry that the air was still nippy. She knew turnips liked cool weather. Soon, tiny plants popped up. For the next month, Grandma Lena watered and weeded her turnip plants every day. Hey, Lena, Uncle Isidore teased. I hope you taught those turnips how to swim. You're watering them so much, I'm afraid they're going to drown. Grandma Lena grunted and said what she always believed. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. Every day the turnips grew. one was bigger than the rest. On the first day of June, Grandma Lena stepped into her garden to find the biggest, fattest, most gigantic turnip she had ever laid eyes on. What a fine turnip stew it will make, she thought. It's enough to feed half the town. From the porch, baby Pearl stared at the turnip with wide eyes. Big potato, she said with a giggle. Pearl, it's not a potato, it's a turnip. Grandma Lena took hold of the enormous stem and leaves. She yanked. You guys can help me with this part. Grabbed the stem and leaves. She yanked and jerked and tugged, but that big old turnip would not budge. Carl, Grandma called, put down that newspaper and help me pull up this big old turnip. We'll see. Maybe this one got extra love. Yeah. You think it started out really little and then grew to be the biggest one? I think so too. Grandpa took off his reading glasses and came running. Then Grandpa pulled on Grandma while Grandma pulled at the turnip. They yanked and jerked and tugged, but that big old turnip would not budge. Ooh, you pulled so hard, Wynn. We're so strong. They might have to dig it out. Izzy, Grandma yelled, stop eating at my peach jam and help us pull this big old turnip. Ready? Uncle Isidore wiped his mouth and came running. Uncle Isidore pulled on Grandpa. Grandpa pulled on Grandma, and they yanked and jerked and tugged, but that big old turnip would not budge. Nettie, Grandma yelled, put the baby down and help us pull this big old turnip. Aunt Nettie gave baby Pearl a toy and came running. Aunt Nettie pulled on Uncle Isidore. Uncle Isidore pulled on Grandpa, and Grandpa pulled on Grandma. They yanked and jerked and tugged, but that big old turnip would not budge. They might. Rascal, Grandma hollered, put that bone down and help us pull up this big old turnip.
Oh my gosh, a dog.
Everybody's got to help. Everybody. Rascal dropped his chew bone and came running. Then Rascal pulled on Aunt Nettie. Aunt Nettie pulled on Uncle Isidore. Uncle Isidore pulled on Grandpa, and Grandpa pulled on Grandma. Ready? They yanked and jerked and tugged, but that big old turnip would not budge. Who's left? Baby Pearl came toddling across the yard, her diaper half undone. Shame on us, said Grandma. We forgot about Pearl. Baby Pearl pointed at the ground. Big potato, she said. Stand back, Pearl, warned Grandma. I'm going to haul this turnip out if it's the last thing I do. Okay, everyone, pull. Okay, one last big pull. In all the confusion, nobody noticed that baby Pearl was holding onto Rascal's tail. Then Rascal clamped onto Aunt Nettie's skirt. Aunt Nettie grabbed Uncle Isidore. Uncle Isidore grabbed Grandpa, and Grandpa held tight to Grandma. The whole family yanked and jerked and tugged with all their strength. Pop! At last, with dirt flying in all directions, that big old turnip burst out of the ground, and the whole family fell in a pile behind it. Baby Pearl clapped and said, "Uh-oh, fall down." She's the hero of the story. By now, the sun was setting. Everyone else went to bed exhausted, but Grandma Lena stayed up late. She washed and chopped the turnip greens and put them in her biggest pots with some onions and bacon and cooked them until they were nice and tender. After that, she chopped up the giant turnip. It was so big, there would be plenty left over for turnip casseroles, turnip fries, and pickled turnips. Then she made a turnip stew with potatoes, carrots, and peas. What would turnip stew be without cornbread, thought Lena. So she baked golden cornbread muffins. Now I'm hungry. I like cornbread. The next day, Grandma Lena invited all her friends and neighbors to help her fill in the hole and share her delicious turnip dishes. Half the town showed up with shovels, hoes, and spades. Some brought jugs of cool apple cider and lemony tea cakes to share. It was the biggest party since last year's 4th of July picnic. Everyone agreed that it was the best meal they'd had in a long, long time. The neighbors joked about what Grandma Lena would plant next. It'll be big, one neighbor said. Lena doesn't do anything halfway.
It will be a giant carrot.
Could you imagine? Of course, said Grandma Lena. Anything worth doing is worth doing right.
The giant carrot will be so there will have to be more families to pull out that giant.
They're going to need the whole neighborhood. That night, when the family was full and dozing in their chairs, Baby Pearl whispered to Rascal, "Big potato, all gone." The end.
Not a big potato, a big pie.
Yes, but Baby Pearl is confused. So, friends, I am hungry, and I could use some pie. So if you want to make pie with me, you can come sit and form a circle with your legs out. If you just want to watch, you can just watch. But let's make sure we have room for everybody who wants to join. You want to join? Yeah, you're sitting right there by Maple. You going to stick your legs out? We'll make a circle. Walker, do you want to turn? And you don't have to. If you don't want to, you can just watch. Everybody, and if you want to sit with your grown-up and put your legs out, you can make a pie with your grown-up too. You don't have to make a pie up here. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody stick your legs out. This is your plate. Okay? Does everybody have your plate? Now, I have some pie dough. I'm going to give everybody some pie dough, pie dough, pie dough, pie dough. And you need your roller, and you're going to roll your pie dough all the way to your toes if you can. Miss Jessica can only get to maybe her calves. Roll, and we're going to roll it 10 times. 1, 2, 3,
I can roll it too.
4. You can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we've got it rolled out all nice. And I'm going to put it in a pie dish. You got it to your pose? Okay, so what kind of pie, think about what kind of pie you want to make. Does anybody want to make cherry?
I'm going to make an apple pie.
You want chocolate pie? So go ahead. If you want chocolate in your pie, put chocolate in your pie.
I'm going to make apple pie.
Ooh, if you want apples in your pie, put apples in your pie.
I want pumpkin pie.
You want pumpkin? Okay, if you want pumpkin in your pie, put pumpkin in your pie. What about plums? You can put plums in your pie if you want to. Or who wants broccoli in their pie? Oh, I don't hear very many slides. No broccoli? What about, you want broccoli in your pie? Go ahead and put your broccoli in your pie. What about some spices? Should we put some cinnamon in our pie? Cinnamon? I'm going to put some spices. What about some sugar? Sugar? What about some sauce? Sauce? Oh my gosh, have I forgotten anything, friends? What else do we need on our pie?
A cherry on top when it's done being.
Okay. Well, now, what?
You forgot foam.
Foam? Oh, like meringue? Ooh, that's a good thing to put on top of your pie. That's a good thing. Okay, so now we got to turn.
Put cherry on your pie too.
Boop. So now we're going to turn our oven up, and we're going to stick our pie in. And this is the hard part. We got to hold our toes for as long as we can, okay? The pie's going to take 15 seconds to cook. Can we do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. Oh, yeah, that's golden brown. So now I'm going to cut a slice. Whoosh. And I'm going to cut this slice. And I'm going to eat my pie all up. I'm going to eat my pie all up. Ooh, I need a glass of milk with mine. Does anybody need coffee, tea, water, juice?
Apple juice with my pie because my pie is apple.
Okay.
I want lemonade.
You want lemonade? I had an apple cherry broccoli chocolate pie with meringue, and it was delicious. Well, thank you guys for making pie with me. Are you ready for another book?
Yes.
Okay, because we've stretched, right? Our bodies are ready. Oh, okay. This book is another folk tale that sometimes is a song. Have you ever heard of the old lady who swallowed a fly?
Yeah.
Well, this is, I know that old lady who swallowed a fly. But this old lady swallowed a pie. And we just ate pie. You have?
Yeah.
Okay, I know an old lady. If your body needs you to stand, you can stand or you can sit. Just make sure your friends can see behind you. Okay? I know an old lady. It's me. I'm going to swallow pie. I'm going to be this old lady tomorrow. I know an old lady who swallowed a pie, a Thanksgiving pie, which was really too dry. Perhaps she'll cry. I know an old lady who swallowed some cider. That rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie, which was really too dry. Perhaps she'll cry. I know an old lady who swallowed a roll. Yeah?
She'll swallow all different kinds of Thanksgiving food.
She will. What? Raise your hand if the roll is your favorite.
And she'll get super big.
She will. Just swallowed it whole, the entire roll. Oh. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie, which was really too dry. Perhaps she'll cry. I know an old lady who swallowed a squash. Who's going to eat squash tomorrow?
Not me.
You're not?
I have.
You are? You are? Ooh. I'm excited to see how y'all make your squash. Oh my gosh, a fat yellow squash. She swallowed the squash to go with the roll. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie, which really was too dry. Perhaps she'll cry.
What happened right there?
She swallowed that whole squash, and now it's stuck up in here. I know an old lady who swallowed a salad. Who's going to eat salad tomorrow? Is anybody excited for the salad? Maybe I'll look at a salad Friday. She was looking quite pallid from eating that salad. She swallowed the salad to go with the squash. She swallowed the squash to go with the roll. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie. What was wrong with the pie? It really was too dry.
She's getting really big.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think she's going to swallow next?
What he carry?
The turkey. I know an old lady who swallowed a turkey. Everything inside it. Oh, gosh. Her future looked murky after that turkey. She swallowed the turkey to go with the salad. She swallowed the salad to go with the squash. She swallowed the squash to go with the roll. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her.
What happened to there?
It looks like he's playing with a mouse. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie, which was really too dry. I don't think she could swallow much more. I know an old lady who swallowed a pot. A whole pot. Wonder what's in the pot. If it were me, it'd be mac and cheese. I kid you not, she swallowed a pot. She swallowed the pot to go with the turkey. She swallowed the turkey to go with the salad. She swallowed the salad to go with the squash. She swallowed the squash to go with the roll. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, the Thanksgiving pie, which was really too dry. Surely she's done, y'all. I know an old lady who swallowed a cake. I would be mad if I invited her to my house and she swallowed my whole cake. For goodness sake, a 10-layer cake. She's out of control. Okay, she swallowed the cake to go with the pot. She swallowed the pot to go with the turkey. She swallowed the turkey to go with the salad. She swallowed the salad to go with the squash. She swallowed the squash to go with the roll. She swallowed the roll to go with the cider that rumbled and mumbled and grumbled inside her. She swallowed the cider to moisten the pie, that Thanksgiving pie, which was really too
Dry.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, I think she's done, don't you? Do you think she's going to pop? I know an old lady who swallowed some bread. I'm full, she said. And now she gets to be afloat in the the Thanksgiving Day parade. Does anybody watch the parade on the TV?
I thought she was go out. What's she doing just like that?
She turned herself into a balloon. Wow. You like to watch it on the TV? Why, Andy, could you imagine if you came to somebody's house and ate everything? That would be really hard. I don't think you get invited back. So, you guys have been so patient in listening to books. I have a big kid task for you guys. Are you ready? Remember, this is the preschool story time, so we can do things that are a little bit special, okay? Because I trust all of us to watch out for each other and to take care of each other. I have on that table some instruments. I have a lot of, oh, wait for me, friends. I'm going to give you directions. I have a lot of different instruments. There may not be the instrument you want when you get to the table, but after each time we sing the song, I'm going to let you trade. So you can trade instruments with your neighbor, or you can go to the table and pick out a different instrument, okay?
I want a drum.
Well, we'll see. We're all going to try to do it as many times until we get turns enough to be happy, okay? So, can we walk very carefully to the table and pick an instrument and sit with our grown-ups? If somebody gets the instrument you want, don't worry. We're going to trade and switch around, okay? So I have tambourines, I have ribbon bells, and a triangle. So once you get your instrument, go sit down so everybody can see what's left, okay? There's lots of different kinds, and we'll switch them, okay? You want that? So if you want to turn with lots of different ones, don't worry, you'll get a chance. This one goes like this. What do you think of that? Or I have wood blocks that go like this. What do you think? I have these, which you tap like this. Lots of fun. Okay, does everybody have an instrument? Okay, awesome. I have an instrument too. Let's make sure our instruments work. Let's play our instruments high. Let's play our instruments low. Let's go to the sides. Let's go to the sides. Okay, let's put them on our shoulders or our hands on our shoulders so we can be ready for the song, okay? This song is called Play Your Instrument and Make a Pretty Sound. Okay, we're going to sing it a couple times, and then I'm going to let you guys switch which instrument you play, okay? Pick, 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 and then we can get started, Eloise. Okay, ready? We're going to start. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. One more time. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. Stop. Okay, if you want a different instrument, go take your instrument to the blue table and you can grab another one. Okay? Well, you can trade if you want. Say, can I trade? If she wants to trade. If she doesn't, there may be another one on the table. I think somebody put their drum up. So she may want to keep her drum. That's okay. We'll keep trading. Does everybody have a different instrument who wants one? Yeah? Oh, we're doing such a good job. I don't see anybody too upset. Okay, remember, we're waiting and playing together. All righty, test out your new instruments. Do they work? Play high. Play low. Play to the sides. Oh, did yours get stuck? We got an instrument to fix. Yeah, this doesn't go on the... You might need Mommy's help, but there we go. Ready? Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Oh! Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. One more time. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. And you can walk around while you play too. Play your instruments, make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. Nice! Nice. Okay. If you want to trade your instrument, you can go to the table and trade. Does anybody want to try something new? Or if you want to keep what you have, you can. I think drums are in high demand, so if somebody wants a turn, it might be nice to let them have a turn. Is there anything that you haven't gotten to try yet? I'm happy to trade if somebody wants my blocks. These have a specific name. A wood block? Okay, that's okay. Ooh, castanets. Ooh, tambourines, triangles, maracas. We have quite the band here, friends. You know, Miss Eloise, this is a fun one too, because you hold it in the middle and then you can play the sides. You want maracas? Okay, check your instruments. Play them high. Play them low. Go to the side. I think I'm going to switch mine. Okay, play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. One more time. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. All righty, this is going to be our last time to play, okay? I'm going to grab tambourines, I think, for mine.
I want to do all of them.
I know. I'll give you guys a little opportunity to play in a minute, okay? Does everybody have an instrument?
I want to do all of them.
Which one do you want to do right now? Do you want to play these? You got the triangle? I think the drum has been claimed. But I have tambourines so you can kind of play like a drum, like this. That, I think it's called a glockenspiel. You're right.
What?
Yeah, you play it like this. Yeah. Okay, ready? Instrument check. Shake it high. Shake it low. Ooh, that sounds good. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. One more time. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Play your instruments and make a pretty sound. Let's make a pretty sound. All righty. If you want, you have 1 minute, one whole minute, to bring your instruments back to the table and give one instrument that you wanted to turn with a good shake. Okay? Just see how much you can do in a minute. Okay? Then I'll tell you what the craft is and we'll sing our goodbye song. So if you want an opportunity, right now is your time to sort of go to the table. If you have played everything you want to play, go sit with your grown-up. We'll get the instruments out of our system. Okay, if you've gotten it, yeah, we'll put it on the table and then go sit with your grown-up. Well, hurry, do it now at the table. Well, you've had your turn with the drum, so now we're getting ready to say our goodbye song. Ready? Okay, I'm going to count down from 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can everybody bring the instruments for me back on the table? And then go sit by your grown-up? And I'll tell you about the craft. I'm so happy that this group lets me do things like instruments. I know it's hard, but I want to do fun things with us, so I'm glad we're able to handle it. All righty. Everybody come sit back and I'll tell you what the craft is.
I'm right here.
You're right here. You're ready. All righty. So in the craft room today, I have two crafts. I have one that is a turkey with big feathers, and he would love for you to color and decorate him. I have jewels and pom-pom balls you can glue to his feathers and really make a decked out turkey. I have another turkey you can decorate, and you can cut out the turkey and the feathers and glue the feathers to his back. So it depends on if you want just a decorating or one that's decorating and cutting.
I'm decorating.
Decorating? Well, I have both. Decorating just where you get to put cool stuff on your turkey. So I have both of those. You just want to decorate? Perfect.
But then I can't put not that one. Brown. Yeah. And
You can make your turkey however you want. Okay, ready? Thanks for sitting. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming here today. Now that story time is over, hope you have a lovely day. Thank you guys for coming. And you can go right through that door to go to the craft. Or if you are going to hang around for toddler time, you can wait in the craft room or in the library. Miss Stacy's going to be here today, and she's going to do one, I think, about bedtime. It's going to be good.